Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats. I'm Scott Kirby along with Jake Johnston, Joe Ryan on this victorious Saturday morning. We've got Coach Alexander in with us this morning. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Congratulations on your regional championship last night. I know it was a close game all through the entire night. I'm not going to lie to you. As I was watching the game, I'm like, this cannot be the end of the season. I'm sure you guys had that feeling as well, but I thought the kids, they played hard. They stuck with it. Our shots just weren't falling.
Well, you have nights like that. That's why you tell the kids that, defense wins championships. And, we come up with some big steals, and we had Max Cook hit a couple threes there, crucial time in the game. And I think it was under 3 minutes. We were down 6 points, and they had all the momentum going, and our guys were just, mentally tough enough to fight it out, battle it out, and force the overtime. And then, we jumped out, got the first basket, and we happened to get a lead there, and then they hit the shot there at the buzzer to creep back to within 2. But it was a hard-fought game. I thought MacArthur played very well. They were really relaxed, loose. They guarded hard. They had a great game plan against our defense, and they're going to be a great addition to our conference. So they've got young kids that are coming. It'll be a battle, just like going into Springfield.
Well, one of the key factors I thought through the night, even to get our kids going, was our crowd, our fans. They were phenomenal. There in the fourth quarter, starting the fourth quarter, they knew we were down, and they were standing, cheering as loud as they could. Just tried to get those kids a little bit more motivated, and it showed on the court.
Yeah, they. I think they're probably one of the big reasons that we won the game last night. And the kids have to play the game. They got to put the ball in the basket, but it's always special to have that motivation behind you, and the crowd was sure there for us last night. And it was it was just great atmosphere, great finish, and we got to thank them, and hopefully they'll follow us right along to Mattoon.
Right. I want to jump in on the fan thing too, because last night I think was the first time this year that I saw our kids' heads hang a little bit. Like even Joey's head, never kind of just hangs a minute. And some things weren't going right, and I think he got called for his third or fourth foul, and his head hung a little bit. And Bowlby had a couple of shots down low, and they just wouldn't go, and you could tell he was out of sync, and I saw his head hang a little bit. And then that crowd got fired up, and it rolled around, and they came out of that timeout, and Cook hit the three. Will popped the three, and the crowd was up, and I saw their heads come back up, and here they came.
We can't say enough. I know our kids that ought to be out and around town today thanking people, and our student body was outstanding again as usual, and it was just a great win for our guys. And since we did lose the 2 there in the middle of January, our margin of victory has been about 28 points a game, and to be in a tight game like that when the last game we were in was the 2 that we lost, and it was good to be able to come out on the right side, and hopefully we can look forward and move forward.
Seems like Lincoln has that number one target on their back right now, and boy, it really seemed like they were up last night. Our opponents were up to play us and really get after us, and they were a little bit more aggressive than what I had heard they had been in the last few weeks. Do you think it's that factor, or do you think we were just a little bit flatter, maybe a combination?
I don't think so. You have nights where, one thing about this team is we've not had a night where everybody was having trouble. And Max Cook should have probably found some more shots last night. I felt he was really, shooting the ball. He hit the big 3 in the fourth quarter when we were down 6, and then Will followed it up, and Max wouldn't let us lose last night, and that's what you get out of your seniors who've been around for 4 years. It's been a part of it, and the thing about postseason is teams that want to win at this time of year, they want to play. If you're winning, there gets to a point, but we're beyond the point of teams not wanting to win. You're in the regional final, sectional. now every game's going to be close. So you just got to make sure that we're going to play harder than what our opponents do. And I can't say that we're going to play harder than them because they're probably thinking the same thing. We have to play as hard as the other team. So we've got to be able to execute. We got to be able to knock down shots. And, I feel very, very comfortable that, our kids going down and playing Glenwood. And, I told them last night, you ought to have a great big fire in your stomach, even though we've beaten them twice and they're going to use that, beating a team 3 times. Well, they got to remember that this team ended our season last year, and I would sure hope that you're not going to allow that to happen again. So we'll work on them on their mental side of it, and we'll be pretty prepared to play. Todd Blakeman does a great job with his kids. They've got a great player in Peyton Allen, and Cole Harper's a good sidekick for him. And I thought they played exceptionally well down there at their place when we played them. And we're hoping we took one of their best punches down at their place and still come out on top by 10. So, we've got a lot of preparing to do.
Well, Lincoln's next step is moving on to the sectional semifinal Wednesday, March 12th at 7 o'clock against Chatham-Glenwood. I just lost my thought right there. I had this whole thing.
Did you think neither one of us are going to catch it?
Well, I thought you were coming in. But Lincoln's 3 of their losses over the past couple years are teams that are in this sectional. So it doesn't get any easier than this.
No.
You got Champaign Central, who beat us this year, Lamphir, and then Glenwood, who obviously beat us last year in the sectional final.
Yeah, it's 3 really good teams. And, Champaign Central was, a 2 seed in their regional. They did beat us. We thought that was one of our flat games after we got beat the night before. But I just talked to another coach this morning, and they said that they're really guarding well. And, that'll be a good game Tuesday night between them and Lamphir, because it'll be a very physical game, and we'll find out how the officials are going to call the game right out of the gates down there. So, we must we just got to be focused and not worry about those 2. We got to worry about Chatham right now.
Centennial the 1 seed over there.
Centennial was the 1, and they got beat 50-45 last night by Central.
Okay. And SHG hung around with Lamphir.
They did.
Got to be 10 points.
I guess it was a 10 or tie game at half, and
they set down 4 with a minute 40 to go or something.
Yeah. So, that you got to be able to handle the ball against Lamphir, and that would be the thing that I would be wondering if Champaign's Central can do. But we'll worry about them, I guess, next Thursday. We got to worry about Glenwood right now.
Well, we've talked about it all year. I think that one of the keys to this team is your depth. Anybody can come in, and when we go back to Will Cook's 3, I believe it was the first shot of the game he'd taken. He had ice in his veins. It came open. It was in front of us, and then Powell, he put it up. I don't even think it didn't touch the rim. Right through. It was a big shot.
I think he shot 1 the first half down in the corner, and. But when Will gets his feet set and he gets time to load it, and he's got and he has a great release. You can always tell when he struggles with it when he brings his hand across the ball instead of through the ball. But when he goes down through the ball, and has arch on the shot, it's pretty pure, and he's hit some big shots for us.
Well, the name escapes you, but the guy that's going to SLU,
Bartley.
I thought we did an excellent job on him. I mean,
he was a hard guy he's really a good player. He
seems so calm and relaxed all the time.
He has, great court vision, 6'4", 6'5". He was making bullet passes out of traps. And, our guys, we were trying to read the guy that has the ball. And what you try to do is put enough pressure on him that you can read him on where he's going with the ball. But he'd look you off, and, he'd be looking over there and pass it over there and the opposite side. And, he was just very smooth. And then if you back off of him, he could shoot.
He wasn't afraid to shoot from half court.
No, he got great range. And then if you try to belly up on him, he's real smooth with the ball. He can get to the basket, and if he goes to the basket, he can slice through. He was hard to guard. and I really liked him. I thought
we did a nice job on him.
I thought he was a great player, and St. Louis University's got a good one. I don't know whether they'll redshirt him. He's got a lot of strength to put on, but he's playing at that level with not a lot of strength, not a lot of weight, and if you put weight
looks
on
like
him,
he weighs 120.
Yeah, he's not very thick.
Yeah, he's
but he's about 6'4", and he can really play.
I'm sure the four of us could get him on some type of a dieting plan to help put weight on him.
Well, we got a lot of weight hanging around here.
Yeah, to my left and right. Well, Coach, some of the ticket sales here, we'll go over that for the listeners in case they're interested. Ticket prices are $5 for everyone. All seats are general admission. LCHS students may purchase tickets on Monday, March 10th during their lunch hours in the main office. Everyone else can purchase tickets at the ticket booth on Monday, March 10th from 5 to 6:30. Any remaining tickets will be on sale in the main office on Tuesday, March 11th from 8 to 4. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Pat Zerkhammer at 732-4131 extension 226 or send her an email at pzerkhammer@lchs.k12.il.us. And has there been any talks about maybe a fan bus or anything going to Mattoon? Because that's about an hour and 40-minute drive.
Yeah, I looked it up this morning because we're looking. It was, I think, listed at an hour and 53 minutes.
It's 2 hours.
It's a 2-hour drive, and that's if you don't run into any traffic. And
it's all two-lane. I mean,
it's all two-lane.
121 straight there.
Through Decatur.
Well, you can bypass Decatur.
You can go down and go through Mount Zion and catch 121 there south of Mount Zion, and but it's a 2-hour drive, and it'd be nice to just take about 4 or 5 fan buses, and but I don't know, those things are the past. I know back when I was high school that was the thing. I mean, you would have a great time on the fan bus, and I don't know what happened to them, but
that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
I think chaperones are what happened to them.
That's what happened to them. Nobody would do it.
Nobody wants it.
And I'm not sure I wouldn't want to.
No.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming in this morning. I'm sure you have practice at 10 o'clock. Start preparing for Glenwood. And, hopefully we can get a good outing at Mattoon as far as fans to help support those kids. Because you lose, you're done. So let's keep this keep the bus going here.
What I don't want we can't take Chatham or for granted.
Right.
We just can't say, well, we'll wait and we'll decide to prepare and play Friday night. We've got a hard basketball game Wednesday, and can Chatham beat Lincoln? Yes, they can. And then you get into a possession game with Peyton Allen. That's really dangerous because that guy can shoot from the other side of the half-court line, and you got Cole Harper who's playing really well, and they're a very dangerous basketball team. So again, I think our fans won the game for us last night, and we sure hope that they can come out and help us win another one.
Well, maybe you play the last 10 seconds of last year's game over and over and just kind of give them a little reminder.
They're going to see it today. They're going to see it Monday, tomorrow. They're going to see it every day.
Preschool ritual.
That's all they need right there. That's enough motivation and stuff. Well, Coach, thanks for coming in. Congratulations, and we will see you Wednesday in Mattoon.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. We are at Jake's Furnishings here on Woodlawn, so come on out and see us and buy something from Jake. He's itching to sell something.
Good day to buy furniture.
It is. Every day is a good day.
All right.
All right, you're in the cheap seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. All right, we are back in the cheap seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. We are at Jake's Furnishings here on Woodlawn. And in with us right now, we have freshman coaches, Josh McClallen and Louie Schonauer. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
J-Mac, just to warn you right now, we don't have a beep button, and we are live on the radio.
I'm good.
Live on the radio and live all over the world.
It's early.
I'm mentally prepared.
And it is being filmed, too. So
Good. Even better.
Just to warn you. Good morning, guys. Thanks for coming in this morning. You guys are the freshman coaches. J-Mac, you're going into your 6th season as a coach. Louie, this is your first.
Yes.
And before we get started, Tell us a little bit about background on yourself, where you came from, where you played, coaching experience, playing experience. We'll start with you, J-Mac.
We added it up. I've been coaching for 12 years now without a break. And I went to a small school here in town, and I didn't get a chance to play for Lincoln High School. It was something I always wanted to do, and Mom and Dad and I had a difference of where we should have went. But it was a good experience coming in. Went to Lincoln College, played for Coach Riley. Sophomore season, we were really good, learned a lot, went on to McMurray, had some success, went to the national tournament a couple times, and, learned a lot of stuff, but it wasn't a program, and it really took me coming here to understand what a basketball program really is. And 6 years ago, I thought I knew a little bit about the game, but then you get around Coach Al and Coach E, and you understand how they prepare, and that's what makes them so good. And that's what a real program is they're involved with every step, every single step, scouting, freshman games, freshman practices he's sticking their heads in. He's always giving us advice. Coach Al's giving us, that's what a program is. And it really took me to learn what basketball is and what it means to Lincoln, and I really had no idea. I thought I did, but I had no idea until I got involved. And you see how much it really means to not just Coach Al and Coach E and obviously us, but the whole town. I mean, people are really emotionally invested in this team.
And another thing is the time that you have invested.
It's a lot.
With having a newborn right now, it's got to be even tougher. I mean, you got practice. They ask you to go scout. There's never a night off for a coach, and that's what fans don't really understand that. Lincoln, we don't have a game Friday night, but we got 6 or 7 coaches in different towns scouting, teams because we could potentially play those teams.
Absolutely.
And that's where you guys come into effect, not only coaching the freshmen, but also helping scout for, future varsity games.
Well, you have to do it because you love it, because we figured up in football that it comes out to about less than 20 cents an hour if you're getting paid, and nobody would take that job.
We counted it up last year. We made 17 cents. Harmson and I did 17 cents an hour.
Wow.
Nobody would take that job. You have to want it. You have to like it.
We're just dumb enough to do it. It's you have to be a gym rat. I think Louie's a great example. John Harmson's a great example. Brandon Farmer, Coach Gray. We're all gym rats. We've all. If we weren't doing it for 17 cents an hour, we'd be doing it for free. Don't tell that. Don't tell Coach Al. Bleep. Don't tell Coach Al.
Well, let's move on over here to Coach Schonauer. I'm sure everybody in Lincoln knows Louie. He's been a basketball player. He graduated in 2009.
Yeah.
He played some football.
Played a little.
Tell me the awards you won.
He was a good receiver.
My junior year, I was the special teams MVP as long snapper. So
there you go.
Long snapper.
Yes.
Yeah.
You look like a lineman.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's built like a lineman.
Yeah.
He took that helmet off and thought he was a male model and went to basketball.
I think my only job was whenever third down came up, Coach Bass would always say, "Louie, get the punt team ready." That's what I do every single time.
Nice.
So, but to go on a little bit more, I played here for 4 years, 3 years on the varsity team. Actually, my sophomore year, I had the privilege to go up to Peoria for the state tournament, which was a great experience. Then my other 2 years, senior year, we fell a little bit short, ran to the state champions. Still hurts me to this day.
Yeah.
But then after high school, I went on to Lincoln College to play under Kirk Whiteman for 2 years. We went to the national tournament back-to-back years and actually won the national championship back-to-back years. So that was a great experience for me. And even better after that, it helped me prepare for the next level. After that, I ended up going down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, actually, to play for Division II Nova Southeastern University. So had two good years there. It was a great experience for me, and had an overall blast with it.
Well, you can move back from Florida to Illinois. That's a great career
Now we're
choice,
questioning what
Louie.
you learned in college.
Yeah. Obviously, no common sense there. But
Book smarts is what he has. Book smarts.
Yeah, but we're glad to have you back, Louie. You're on that 2009 team. How does that team compare with the team this year, that varsity?
I think it's a tough comparison. I think to both teams, we both had great players. When I was there, I had Ben Brackney, who's now at Bucknell, Jordan Nelson, who played at Evansville, now is at Illinois Wesleyan. Kyle Young, I don't know if he may have been the best player on the team.
Well, you just
never even went to play college.
You just ruined my trivia question.
No, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, name 3 people that Louie played with in 2009. Well, keep going.
But this team, this team that this class that they've got, They got so many good players that just play so well together. Max Cook, absolute leader out there, distributes the ball, gets the team running. Gavin Block, this is the very first year I've actually got to see Gavin play, and Max actually play. Max, he was a freshman, sophomore, and when I was there, he didn't get a whole lot of playing time, a little bit. But those guys, they're becoming big time players. And not to only include them, you got Tyler Horsham, who's a great 3-point shooter. Just kind of like what on my 09 team we had, including with Peyton. You had guys like me and Alex Anderson who come in there, kind of take the load off some of those other big guys that help them out. So I think this team compares a lot with our team, and hope they make it all the way.
You and me both. And after last night, wow, my ticker can't take much more of that. But you guys, you're the freshman coaches, and I see it as you guys have the toughest job as coaches because you got freshmen coming in that aren't really familiar with the Lincoln program. So it's your guys' job to prepare them for the next step. So when they do get to Coach Greg and Coach Al, they're ready to play. So just kind of take us through how you go about, teaching these kids.
Sure. The first 2 weeks are always the same, and it kind of might get a little monotonous, but for us, because we've done it for years, but it's brand new to them. Even if they come from the junior high where they run a ball press, we don't do it like that. We expect a whole nother level. So the first 2 weeks is conditioning and ball press, and that's all it is, just over and over and over. And some kids, you find that they really gravitate towards it. They really take to it. And other kids, it's like Latin. It's foreign and they don't quite get it. But throughout the season, you'll see kids start picking up. They will. They will. They will. A lot of times we have kids that don't get it until the last tournament we had, and then it clicks for them. So
then it's over.
Then it's over, and so we'll see in a month or two when we start playing again. And it's fun, but you get ulcers a little bit.
Yeah.
Headaches. A lot of headaches.
I like to say a lot of times at a basketball game, freshman game, when there's a timeout, that's when you're going to lay back, maybe talk to your buddy, go grab some popcorn. But see, my entertainment at a freshman game when there's a timeout is I'm going to maybe step a little closer to the bench to just have some of your animation go on.
Well, you don't have to really be that close to the bench. You could actually be on the other side of the gym and hear it in the locker room.
Well, players evolve, coaches evolve. I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to get my inside voice, and
you're very calm today.
We told Jim
I was up all night. I was up all night with the baby.
Well, we did a game from the high school during your freshman tournament, and Jim over here said he could hear you coaching, and pretty intense.
Sorry, Jim.
So he was kind of hesitant putting you on.
Becky made me stay up all night and woke me up early. And
Becky, come on.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without Becky. She's been great. She stays up with the baby. Just today she didn't decide to. So she knew I had to come here.
What kind of expectations do we have? Tell us a little bit about your squad this year and, how you see them in the future.
Once again, this is another group where they're great kids. We're so lucky at Lincoln. I've never had a group of kids come in and just been glad to be rid of them. It's never happened in Lincoln. It's happened at other schools, but it hasn't happened here. I mean, we've been
very true.
We've been frustrated. We've been headaches, and we've had problems, but it's never been a bad problem. It's been good problems. I can't wait to get in with those kids and work with them because they're earnest. They honestly want to get better. They want to be what Coach Al wants them to be, and that's a huge difference from other schools. This team has a lot of potential. They're going to be very, very, very good.
And freshman records don't mean everything, but I know they mean something to you. Where'd you come out with this year?
We came at one game above 500, and that hurts. It really hurts. They mean
not
something.
That bad. They're not going to cut your pay. You're all right.
They can't. There's laws against it. We came in.
Can't take something away from nothing.
Yeah, but what's less than nothing? So. We really had high expectations, and we beat some great teams. This year was probably top to bottom. We played some 20-win teams. We played 5 or 6 20-win teams. I don't think that's ever happened as a freshman, and we beat 3 of them. But then we turn around and beat a mediocre team, and then we think we're there, and we'll lose to 2 sub-500 teams. So that's freshmen in a nutshell. Man, we could be really good. So let's take 2 nights off and then get beat twice. So, but sophomore year,
going on when you're 14, 15 years old. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. They're going to be great. This squad's going to be great.
Oh,
If they keep working the way they did for Louie and I, if they can get the mental aspect of that Central State 8 grind where you're just going to get beat on Friday and Saturday, you're going to go to practice, have us scream at you, and then Friday and Saturday you're going to get beat on again by two really good teams, they will be very, very, very successful.
Oh, good.
That's good to hear. So, Louie, do you guys kind of play good cop, bad cop at practice?
No.
Are you more level-headed than this guy over here, or
Yeah,
how does that work?
I'm pretty calm down over there. I just kind of like to reiterate, the small things to him. Like when maybe we're just doing 5-on-0, we'll go for a layup or something like that. We miss it. Those are the little things like that. We're trying to prepare you for a game, and you go up there and miss a layup like that. We try to do the little things like that, teach them everything like that, to help them out. So
It doesn't seem to work.
yeah.
They get it around sophomore level.
And this year it was a little bit of a struggle for us because again I think we underachieved a little bit, but overall, like he said, we beat some really good teams. But this year with the weather, there's a time where we didn't even get a practice for a whole week,
Right.
and we turned around and played a game.
And
We
played a
hadn't seen
20-win team in
Yeah.
Springfield.
Yeah.
They just beat the brakes off us. I think you were there, Scott. Weren't you there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there.
Good word.
Yeah, and
Bryce.
that's the problem. I mean, you guys play a Morton team that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
You beat them, and then you followed up the next night with a loss to Taylorville.
Yeah.
That's got to be just like,
It's maddening. That was a 22-win team
yeah.
that we beat in Morton. Their coach came
And-
over and said, "You're probably the best team we played all year." Where'd you guys come from? That's all he kept asking. I had no idea. That was a 22-win team. We gave them their third loss. Washington was their
Yeah.
second loss.
Well, that's another
We turned
team.
around and beat Washington.
Yeah.
Washington was a 21-win team.
And they were probably average by 6-7 inches taller than our
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
Oh, they were huge.
We
Yeah,
just
they
look
were-
like
they were one of the
midgets
biggest
out there.
freshman
But you guys,
One of
played
the
well.
things that
you beat Richwoods. They're
we
a
beat
solid
Richwoods. They were a great team. I think they ended up winning 17 games, 18 games. They would have been 18 games. So one of the things that every freshman class has, they always have one or two standout players to where they're maybe more developed or they've maybe spent more time in the gym. B is certainly one of them. Your son, Bryce, he is a fantastic shooter, a great player for us. We have another kid, Nolan Hollinger, and he's very athletic and he has the potential. And what you try to do with every freshman team is get those two kids on the same page to bring along the other kids that, not that they're worse basketball-wise, but maybe they're just not as developed or they don't understand their role. And we can't rely on those two guys all the time to do all the scoring. And at the end of the season, you really saw, we have O.D., O'Donohue, and Casey Mollahan, and Cole Sheely. These kids, they really step up. And we're at 6'3", 6'2", 6'2". That's something Lincoln has not had as a freshman
Right.
class forever. And these kids are really stepping up. Peanut Ebelair, little Peanut, he played fantastically at times for us, where he was the heart and soul of us.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson is just exhausted, and Peanut just steps up. And he's flying all over the place, and he's tipping the basketball. He's doing great things for us. And then the next night, none of them are on the same page again. And it's, well, Bryson hit 6 threes, so we win. Or Nolan, get 8 breakaways, so we win this game. And I think at the end of the year, they were all on the same page.
Absolutely.
They all understood what it took. Unfortunately, the last game of the season wasn't very good. I think
We died out a little bit.
They were a little
That
dead.
was a tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, that was
Oh,
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, you're right.
Okay. Yeah.
Where our starters played about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I got there with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and all the starters were on the bench. I'm like, oh, they must have played the B game first.
Yeah, we sure did.
Like a true dad.
Yeah, we
That
sure
wasn't
did.
the case,
We sure did.
Maybe that got the point across to these kids that if you don't come out ready to play, you're going to be sitting right here on the pine. And
Yeah.
I think it got through to them
There was some kids that they were upset by that.
when they
But-
should be.
And they should be. But at the same time, we have to know that it's an effort thing. If
Right.
Coach Louie and I can get to where we don't have to coach effort, where Coach Greg next year does not have to coach effort, that's a win for Coach Louie and I.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our main concern. When you understand how to practice and how to prepare to play, then we've done our jobs. And it's at times Louie and I didn't do a very good job. You'd see it,
Well.
but that's a freshman thing. You just have to accept
Yeah.
it. and understand that really what matters is what is Coach Greg going to get next year? What can he develop for Coach Al the following year? And we've had some really good success, and it's because of the kids. It's not, we do a lot of barking and screaming and running, and and we're just as animated when they do it right. Garrett was a great example of, he'd come in and he'd have maybe a subpar game as a freshman, and then he'd come and have a great game. And we try to keep the intensity level on both very equal. Very mad, very happy. It's not.
The intensity level with you is always up there. So
that's what I'm trying to work on.
We can never figure out if you're happy or mad because it's just always there.
I'm trying to work on that.
That's all right. We like it. We
like your quiet voice myself.
Yeah, he sounds really intelligent right now.
When you bring him in and then you get down quiet and you talk, because
that's usually when I can't control my mouth. That's when I get quiet, because I know I'm going to say something just awful. And then I'm going to feel really bad about it and have to give it.
And then their moms are going to come talk to you.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, we know that you're upset.
Well, you know what?
My kid came home crying.
You can't be a coach and not be passionate. You know what I mean? It's
that same passion that we want the kids to play with.
Sure.
That's why Lincoln's good. Where people started watching. I remember being in high school, and I went to the New Wine, the private school, and I would go to every Friday game that I could. And everybody was diving everywhere. Todd Coots, he was playing at the time, and Jason Osborne and guys like that. And everywhere they went was 110 miles an hour. And I remember watching those games with my dad thinking, that's how we should play. That's the way everybody needs to play.
Were you ever in the band there? I mean this.
No.
But you know what? That band, when they used to march around downtown and play.
They were good.
Yeah, they were good. I loved it.
That was our pep band. And the old Oddfellows gym was our home court. That place, I don't know how it stays standing. It'd shake the wood.
No, are there any true I've heard rumors that you've busted a backboard before. Is that
That is true. I was the first one to break the backboard at the rec.
It was like off of a 4-foot step ladder or something?
Listen. I didn't always look like this.
Well, I was going to say, nowadays, if you got up near the rim, it's coming down. I'm just saying.
Probably the whole contraption's coming down. I used to, that was a big deal for me. I put great emphasis on dunking the ball as a freshman. My father he's always thought I was an idiot, but I always tried to dunk. Well, my freshman year, I was dunking a ball pretty easily.
That's amazing.
Sophomore year, we came out. I broke the backboard at the rec, and I think I broke it and ran right out the front door. I was scared to death.
I always heard the rumor, but I never saw it.
Yeah,
that was on the old carpet.
Yeah, the great carpet. I love that carpet. My sister was working the front desk.
Oh, yeah. How much that cost for you to fix?
Marcia Greenslade found me like 2 or 3 months later
with a squad car
out at the rec, and she said, "You owe me $700." And I said, "I don't know who you are, but you seem really convinced that I owe you $700. I apologize for whatever I did." She said that the backboard cost $700. I said, "Boy, I don't know what to tell you."
They're still taking it out of your basketball pay now.
I think they are. I could offer her a hug. That was about it. I apologized a bunch of times, but.
Okay, well, guys, thanks for coming in this morning. You guys plan on being back next year?
Yeah.
Putting you on the spot here.
Oh, man. I tried to quit this year, with the baby. Neil said no.
Hey, money. Ask for more money.
Hey, I've been trying to quit for many years.
Yeah, you and I have had this
this whole conversation. We're on the same page here. So once you're in, Louie.
That's
so
right.
We had to cut our pay to get Louie on.
Yeah, he was making 19 cents before you came.
I know.
We really did. We had to take a pay cut.
And add a couple more chairs for coaches during the game.
Oh, my gosh.
I think there's a couple games you guys had to sit behind the bench.
There was 2 games he and I sat behind the bench.
Because there wasn't enough chairs. But
there's a couple games we've made some of the kids sit behind the bench. Like, I'm not sitting on that bench again. That's terrible. I like cushions.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming in. You guys do a great job. Hope to see you guys next year, and I'm sure you got something coming up here in the next month or so to get these kids back in the gym. So.
We'll be right back in with open gyms here as soon as they let us.
All right, that's Coach Josh McClallen and Coach Louie Schonauer, freshman coaches of your future varsity squad, Lincoln Railers. We're going to take another commercial timeout. We'll come back and finish up the show. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Jim's got it all. He's got funk. I've yet to hear Metallica, though, so.
Well, Stevie Wonder.
Good morning. We are back. You're in the cheap seats, 96.3 WLCN Online.com. We are at Jake's
We're
Furnishings.
back.
We are
back.
And, these two, they're going to set in on the last segment here. They're having such a good time. And, we'll finish up the show talking a little sports here. Little NCAA basketball coming to an end. A lot of the regular season's games are coming to an end this weekend till conference tournaments start up. I know the Missouri Valley is going on right now down in St. Louis. And if you've never been to that, it's a great time.
Yeah.
We used to go when Greg was with ISU, and it's fun.
I was surprised to see Coach Al here. I figured he'd take off and go down even for a little bit.
The grandkids are in town. Evansville played Drake Thursday night, beat them, and then they played number 2 team in the nation, Wichita State. Played them yesterday, and end up losing that. But I tell you, Evansville, they're young. That's where Jeff Alexander's at. So
Absolutely.
Jeff in town last night, and we call him the Forgotten Alexander.
Yeah. I was going to have
him. Used to be able to go to the hoop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
And I would have had him on the show today, but I didn't want to. I'm sure he's still in bed, so.
Don't blame him.
He's not up listening to us?
Oh, no.
Surprising.
No. Well, he may be now. I don't know.
They might be taping it.
Yeah.
I bet they're taping it.
Yeah, they're probably taping
Probably listen to it over lunch.
So, yeah, the Missouri Valley going on right now, and, great tournament. And then we got some good games going on today. Kentucky, Florida, going on 12 o'clock. Let's see, Connecticut, Louisville.
We're going to have an NCAA tournament
Over there,
show.
Louis just pointed out North Carolina and Duke. North Carolina, number 14. Duke, number 4. Duke just lost the other day to Wake Forest.
Yep.
So,
Coach E and I were talking about that. They never play well at Wake Forest.
No, they don't.
Duke?
They never play well at Wake Forest. I have no idea why. It's
just one of those.
It's close in proximity, isn't it? Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the game of the week has got to be Illinois at Iowa.
That's why it's at prime time,
man.
8:30 at night.
8:36.
Poor Gross.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're speechless.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, they just look, I don't know, good.
Well, they were knocking down some shots.
Yeah.
And their defense was outstanding. But then you get in the Big Ten where you are scouted, back and forth. They know everything that you're going to do. They know where to hit you, and they know how to play you. The coaching in the Big Ten is ridiculous.
Everybody, and the Big Ten, boy, it's tough.
Oh my gosh!
Push,
Everybody's
shove,
big
and
and
elbow,
strong, and
sure.
I mean,
So
each team in that conference, they got about 5 losses too. So they just
Oh,
beat
yeah.
up on it. It's
Yeah,
tough
they
to
beat
win on
up
the
on each
road,
other.
and even tougher to win at home.
So how long has Gross been here? Is this 2 or 3 years?
Second year.
Second year.
second full year.
So not his recruits, obviously,
Right.
but by the same token, Division I recruits. I mean,
He's got some of
Division
them
I
at this one.
athletes.
okay, yeah,
Absolute
yeah.
athletes. How do you get blown out by 31 with the athletes that they can put on the floor on a nightly basis?
Well, they're
Kendrick
just so
Nunn.
inconsistent. They win the other night against
Michigan
State and then lose to Michigan, and then
At home.
Yeah.
Michigan had a good night.
Well, I understand. They may have been feeling pretty good. But you're
30-point night.
You're
Yeah.
still at home with guys like Kendrick Nunn on the floor. How in the world does that happen?
I know, but it does. That's why you play the game. Just kind of scrolling down here. That's really about anything we're talking about.
Let's throw a jab out there for Lincoln College. Now they won
Yep. That's all
yesterday.
they
I
want.
was say, who knows a lot about it? One of you guys.
Oh, Louis.
I saw
Yeah.
my dad was telling me this morning. He went to the game last night. They won, and I believe they play John Wood today at 3:00.
That's right. So they had 3.
Yep. And if they win that, then they'll go to the championship game for on Sunday.
Sunday at 2, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is at 2 to go to the national tournament.
And where is that? In Kansas?
No,
Where's the national tournament?
Danville.
Oh, in
Danville. They hold it
Yep.
at Danville now for
Yep.
the Division II.
But that's a big game. At least if you're not going today, if you want to see some basketball, tomorrow's a championship game.
Absolutely, and today should be a good game as well. Lincoln College, they have been to a couple games out there. They got a pretty good team again this year. They got one of the most exciting players I think even in the country with Aaron Simpson. He's supposed to go to Illinois
He's
State
a ton.
he's a great player to watch. They got a couple other great players that even from around here. We got some kids from Southeast that play on that team, but overall they're a pretty good team this year.
No Lincoln kids on there though this year, right?
Nope.
I think that should be one of their rules. They
I
have
think
to have
it
a
should
Lincoln
be a
kid.
rule.
Gotta have
You
a
know?
Lincoln
Yeah.
kid.
They had a good Lincoln kid on there one time a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they won the national championship.
Yeah,
twice.
Why wouldn't you go back to that hotbed and pull one of those kids?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to find 6'3", 340-pound guys that can play a point guard position.
Who taught you that jump shot, Louie? Was it your dad?
When a little bit. When I came in my freshman year, though, my shot
Big John.
It was kind of a decent form,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the most perfect shot, though. It was kind of a knuckleball I shot. But with the coaches here at Lincoln High School, I mean, they really helped me develop my shot, and even there going to the summer camps, the shooting stuff. Overall helped me out and just staying in the gym and shooting. But Big John, he had the foundation of it.
Yeah, he's the concrete behind all this.
Yeah.
Louie hit the corner 3, and what was that, the Final Four?
Hit
the buzzer beater.
My sophomore year, we were playing at Danville for the region championship versus Danville. We beat them twice already on the year. We were struggling. It's at their place. We turned the ball over. They scored. They were up by 2, I believe, with like 30 seconds left. We ran an out of bounds play, and the ball was not supposed to go to me. Ty, he was our point guard at the time from Rich Woods. He drove the lane, and he was supposed to hit him attacking, try to get to the rim, and hopefully Kyle Turpin would come in there, tip it up, tip dunk, do something. He got stopped, just kicked it to the corner. I shot it. I think Coach Farmer and Kirk Whiteman, I think they were a little scared. They're like, what are you doing? But I came up. It was a great opportunity. I thought I had a good look at it, shot it, made it. Ended up getting the win, go to the national tournament, and once we hit the national tournament, we had been there before. We played our best basketball we did all year, and teams people said we weren't going to beat with the coaches there.
Sure.
We turned around and ended up beating them, all of them, and winning it all.
And you got an award at one of those too, did you?
Both years.
That's what I thought.
Won the sportsmanship award.
Yeah.
Both
You're
years
a
I
good
was there.
sport.
Yeah.
Wow.
Boy.
Just giving high fives to everybody.
And Whiteman probably took all the credit when you hit that bomb from the corner. He probably went, well, I told Louie he'd have a look, and to get the ball up.
Get it, you shoot it.
Yeah.
I know how he operates.
I'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
I would do the same
But
thing.
the 2 years I was there, I got to play with a lot of great players, and that's one of the things I look back now that I've done playing. I've never been the best player on any of my teams. And I mean, I think
now.
Now.
Come on.
Lincoln High
You
School.
won the special teams award in football.
All right, football, I think I was.
Come on, best long snapper in the school.
Basketball wise, I look at it. I've never been the best player on my team, and I think that's what shows one of the great things. I've played some great programs that you don't have to be the best player on your team, and even to go on to the next level. The best thing I think you got to be on a winning team. You got to win, and that's what coaches. That's what coaches want. They want to see if you know how to win. And I think that's one of the best parts about it.
And good attitude.
Absolutely.
And get that good sportsmanship.
Yeah,
award.
that's key too.
It's a big.
It's all about the character of a kid
absolutely.
too. And if you get some kid that's just a head case on a team, that could really bring a team down. So if you get those good kids in there and able to, how it is, Joe. You're a good kid. About 45 years ago. You get those.
Now wait a minute. Hey, you know what? I did my crimes. I had to kind of be a bad boy. You know what I mean? Chicks like that when you're a bad boy.
That's how you get the gals.
He
That's
forgot
right.
to
You gotta be a
separate
bad
the
boy.
colors from the whites for the laundry. I'm a bad man. Yeah, I'm a rebel.
Pouring bleach and all those colors.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, any more basketball news? We need to get out there. I mean, we're going to try. We talked a little bit before we went on air. We're going to try to do maybe a bracket challenge through the radio station for, that's pretty big right now. Everybody filling out their brackets.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
And that's a couple weeks.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, is Selection Sunday. So we're going to have to get on that if we're going to do it because you only have about 3 days to get those things filled out.
Whoever can figure out what this year in this tournament is going to bring
Oh, man.
They were just guessing. This year is going to be insane.
There's
How could you ever figure out who's going to win?
It's so up in the air. There's some websites, if you get, I don't know if it's just a scam or what, but if you hit that perfect bracket, you can win like $1 billion.
Yeah.
I think it's Warren Buffett who said that.
Warren Buffett said he'd do it.
Yeah. If you get a perfect bracket this year, you're going to get $1 billion out.
I'm going to fill one out.
You wouldn't even know you won. It came out of petty cash.
When you got $42 billion, what's it matter?
Right.
But how can you figure out? How can you figure out?
You can't.
I mean,
and it's the people that don't know anything about basketball who do good.
I
like his mascot, or
I like their colors,
Or,
You say, I thought Syracuse is a great team, but then they've turned around and they've lost four out of the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Wichita's a great team, but I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure on it.
Too much pressure.
And one thing is, who has Wichita played? I think they beat Tennessee earlier in the year.
I think they've only played 1 or 2 teams that are actually possibly going to make the tournament. Not knocking on any teams they played, because they've played some good teams, had some close battles. But I don't know. It's going to be tough for them. Very tough for them.
That's why you got the people on the bubble. Wichita State, they want them to win the Missouri Valley.
Absolutely.
Because if they don't win the Missouri Valley, there's going to be two teams out of Missouri Valley, and that's going to push somebody off the
and there's so many 23-win bubble teams.
Yeah.
23-9 bubble teams. Are you kidding me? 22-10. They're everywhere.
So
Illinois is not one of them, Joe. I didn't know if you watch basketball. Illinois is probably not going to
I've
make
seen
it.
a little bit.
Probably not going to make the NIT tonight either.
I've only watched 2 games all year at Illinois.
That's all you need.
Yeah, then I was just done with it.
I don't blame you.
Right. Well, hey, you guys have any plans tonight?
Baby.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say go to Clinton and don't miss out on the new country music hitmaker Clark Manson. He's live tonight from 10 to 2 at Snapper's Bar and Grill on the square in downtown Clinton. Tell them 96.3 FM sent you, and maybe they'll give you something free.
Maybe they'll give you a bag of popcorn or something.
So a nice seat out back.
Yeah. So, make sure to go out there and check out Clark Manson from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
We'll be there.
We will. And as always, we'd like to thank the Hampton Inn for sponsoring us, coffee, pastries. We always appreciate that. Next week, we'll be at Lincoln Christian Village.
All right.
Same time. Be there.
We'll be
9
talking
o'clock.
about the Railers. So
hopefully it's just
absolutely.
Hopefully we just talk about another month of just Railer basketball.
We're super sectional. Where are we going to go after this?
Springfield.
Springfield.
Yeah,
Prairie Capital.
Yeah.
And who are we going to drag in from there?
Somebody
Cahokia?
It doesn't matter. Whoever wants to get beat.
Yeah. Let's take it one game at a time here.
We got a tough opponent in this one, Chatham
We do.
already.
Glenwood.
So.
And like they say, it's
Glenwood.
tough to beat a team 3 times.
Yes, very tough.
Just real quickly, tickets, just kind of refresh your memory. Ticket prices are $5, general admission. LCHS students can purchase them March 10th during their lunch hours in the main office. Everyone else, Monday, March 10th from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the ticket booth. Any remaining tickets will be on sale in the main office on Tuesday, March 11th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Any questions or concerns, call Pat Zerkhammer, 732-4131, extension 226. Guys, thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You guys
Nice
do
job.
a great job coaching the freshmen. I know
We appreciate it. Thank
it's
you.
got to be difficult, with young freshmen coming in, don't know what to expect, and but
It's a lot of fun getting headaches.
yeah,
It's fun getting headaches. That's the best way to describe
you're
it.
right. It is. It's fun watching, and you guys do an awesome job, and Lincoln's lucky to have you guys as coaches, and
It's all the kids.
it's all the kids.
It really is.
It is.
We're just super lucky to get the kids that we get.
Well, good deal. Well, you're going to have a whole new group of them next year, so
Oh, great.
get started right over.
That's awesome.
All right, that's
Can't
going to
wait.
do it for us. Thanks for listening. You were in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com.